All right, so let's get started on the wiring. I don't know if you can see this, I'll get a picture of it. But I'm showing over 100 degrees temperature in the shop here. Turn the air conditioner on, I can usually get it down to about 90. But it's been smoking hot here in Florida, and it's not, I repeat, it is not man-made global warming. It's just hot. So here in Florida, it's that way, and it's worse because the humidity's up around 98%. But I believe what we're going to do is I'm going to get this Cherokee up in the air a little bit on the lift, and I think I'm going to attack the rear lights and the rear wiring harness and work on that, because I'm really dreading the idea of pulling the seats out and hanging upside down underneath the dashboard. So I'm going to focus on that first. So let me go ahead and get this thing up in the air. Got the air conditioner running, and in about 20 minutes it'll probably be down to 95. And yeah, so when you see me and I'm soaking wet, it's because it's too damn hot. So let me talk again. So we've got these two wires that go to one of the lights that are cut. I've got these two wires that are cut that are coming from up front. They go into this plug, and I believe that these are the wires, and these wires are the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an ohm meter on here and ring it out to see if it goes to here. And if it does, then I know that that's the wires that were cut. And what we'll do then is inspect everything, look at it, and the big question is, why were they cut? So if I hook them back up and the whole Cherokee catches on fire, then I know that's why. But that's what we're going to do. I'm going to ohm these out, make sure that I'm looking at the right stuff, and then I can trace it down a little bit further to find out which set of wires do what job. And like I said, I believe that this is the backup light. I believe that this is probably the running light, and these are the back brake lights and blinker, because it's two signal wires, I believe. All right, so let me work on that and sort these wires, and then when I get to repairing them, we'll start videoing again, start filming again. Okay, I ciphered the wires out where they go. I don't know if they're still good or not, so I'm going to go ahead and repair them and then hope for the best. But the plugs are the wrong type of plugs. These are different year housings versus the plugs that are in the wiring harness. So I'm going to use these to tie them in. So this, like we were saying, is the running light And it'll also connect with the running light here on the side marker light. And then the pink and the white are blinker and brake. And then this is the backup light. So these two will be used on one plug, and these two will be used on the other plug, and I'll run a separate ground to the frame. Then we'll be good. So I'll cut into that and start working on it, show you when I get it done. I am going to reverse these so that in the future they won't be able to plug into the wrong one. Got it? All right. Okay, so looky. All right, so what we have the turn signal and brake signal here. The pink and the white wires, they're gonna go down to this. This is the male plug. And then the running light, it also goes to here. And then also the backup light, which goes to here. And then a ground. So this is basically done, and now I've got to connect the parking light, or I should say the blinker and the brake light, to the wires that were cut, and then I've got to do the same with the others. So I'll go ahead and put these plugs in on the wiring harness, and after that we'll do the other side, and then we'll be ready to test it. Oh, something that I didn't, something that you also need to know is that I used basically crimp-on connectors, and then I used heat shrink over that. And then for abrasion durability, I wrapped it in cloth tape and then vinyl tape. So I didn't want to take and go to loom, because it's basically within the panel of the car, so there's no way for it to really chafe. But I've got basically 3 layers of insulation on there, so we don't have anything to worry about future wiring issues. Okay, one of the things that I did is I set up a little bench tester. I got my lawnmower battery charged up so that I can put 12 volts to it. And with my common ground, let's see, I've got this wire here, which is the running light. And if you look down there, it's there too. Okay, and then we got the backup light. There we go. Backup light's working. Now we got the brake and the turn light. Let's see how that goes. Okay, that one works. And now the turn signal. Alright. So everything's working. That one ground on the backup light, I'll work on that. That's pretty common. Those metal shells get corrosion on them and then they stop working. And what I did is I also duplicated the same thing for the other side. So if you look at that, I've got the side marker, I got the running light, I've got the backup light, and I've got the brake and the turn signal. So these are all ready to go back together. I've got them tied in the wiring loom already. And so I guess the next thing will be to test our luck. We'll plug everything in and see if the wiring going to the light switch and everything under the dash is working. All right, so let me get busy on that. All right, so I've got the lights temporarily installed. The only thing that's working is the blinkers. So I'm going to have to trace down the issues with the running lights and also the blinker, or not, the running lights and the brake lights. I don't have any headlights either, so it looks like it's a larger problem, maybe a blown fuse, something like that. So I'll dig into that. I'm not going to be able to get the backup lights working because I've got a new transmission. I got the AX15 5-speed put in there, and I've never wired up the backup switch for that. So that'll be something we'll do in the future, but let me dig into this wiring. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't be deeper than that, but it looks like we'll have to dig into it and find out what's causing these problems. All right, so guess what? Those two wires that I identified at the very beginning as being signal wires for the lights didn't do anything. I'm not sure what they do, but I was able to nail it down through the troubleshooting, found out that it's the green and the white wires that control the taillights. So let me go ahead and show you. Everything appears to be working. We're good to go, with the only exception of being the backup lights, because like I said, that's got to be tied into the AX15 transmission. So let me show you what we've accomplished, and we still don't have front headlights, so we're going to work on those next, but let me show you what we got here. Okay, first one will be brake lights. Braking. Okay, now we got left blinker, right blinker. Okay, and let's go to lights. We've got running lights, we got brake light, we got left blinker, right blinker. Okay, so I'm going to check this video just to make sure it came out as it's supposed to. But, so that's done. Yeah! Okay, good. Good, good, good. Alright, so we're making progress. So let me clean up this mess. I've got rear lights, so technically I'm legal in the rear. Now we got to work on the front. The front's going to be another video, and you can see that I already pulled the driver's side chair out. I spent some time up underneath there looking, making sure we didn't have blown fuses, etc., etc. So we'll be working on the dash and the front headlights on the next video. All right, so stay tuned, keep going. We're going to get this thing on the road here shortly. I've made more progress in 3 months than I made in the previous 10 years on this vehicle. This is going to be my baby. All right, Rock Lawrence Vintage Auto Parts, the slab.